75 years ago today, Gerardo Cinco Isada was born. Fondly called Gerry, he is a man who is never too late. His childhood best friend, Manny Bangsal, who knows Kuya Gerry very well, describes him so accurately.
So, hi, I'm Manny, friend of Gerry. The late but not deceased, Gerardo Cinco Isada. Yan ang pagkakakilala namin kay Gerry at laging tukso sa kanya yan. Gerry's mantra, life in one's years rather than years in one's life, defines his lust for life. Kaya tuloy nasasabit dahil napakaraming inaasikaso. He hoards tabi ng tabi ideas at kung ano-ano and has plenty on his plate. Literally. But he is generous to a fault. He plays Santa to Barangays Isada and Cinco. And I can attest that he is a true friend in need. A true friend indeed. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rose and I'm the youngest sister of Gerry. Indeed, Kuya Manny is correct about Kuya Gerry and his perennial lateness. Ha, I am that way too. As we celebrate Kuya Gerry's birthday today, allow me to spin that lateness in a positive way, because that lateness has been a breath of fresh air for those of us who rush through life mindlessly. Kuya Gerry's 75 years have been a lesson to those of us around him, a lesson in patience and commitment. His life has been marked by many twists and turns that some people may consider slow motion, but what matters is his deep commitment to God, showing all of us what it means to truly be a Christian in thoughts, words, and deeds.
Tuto tayo how to listen to the prompting of the spirits. Parang ano yan, exercise, kaya tinawag na spiritual exercise. Ano yan, habit? It's a habit. Hindi mo makuha sa unang salta yan eh. Ako nga, 50 years na, hirap pa eh. Kaya, but importante, ito ang message ko lang sa recursion. You have to keep on trying. Ang hinahanap ni Lord, yung commitment mo lang sa Kanya. At in His time, minsan after 10 years, after 20. Ako nga, after 20 years, pa ako tinamaan eh. The Spirit will transform you, your thoughts, your words, your actions. Kasi lilinisin ka eh. Sisirain talaga yung buhay mo para magkaroon ng espasyo para sa Kanya. Kasi kung ikaw lang ang sentro ng mundo, nakapokus sa'yo, di ba? Hindi yon. Ang gusto ni Lord, gigibayin talaga, guguloy ng buhay mo para siya maging sentro ng buhay mo. Kasi creature ka lang, hindi ka naman creator, di ba? So, that is the essence. Is how do we become humble? How do we realize this sense of creaturehood na, Lord, kayo pala ang big boss ko?
Throughout his life, Kuya Gerry has been trying hard, seeking and following God's will in his life as best he can. We honor him today for the life in his 75 years.
Yeah, hi, Tito Gerry. Just wanted to wish you a happy 75th birthday. Thank you for being kind, caring, and generous with your time. You know, you exemplify what it means to be a man for others. And, you know, I know my mom appreciated the time that you were able to spend with her. And in my conversations with her, you know, I know she cherished those moments when you were able to eat lunch with her at House of Louis, or just, you know, being able to take her out. You know, I know she was very fond of you, and you guys were best friends. So, you know, my fondest memory of you was when you taught me how to drive a stick shift without yelling at me. That's basically how I learned to drive stick. So, once again, thanks for all the positive things that you've done for people, and hopefully they learn to appreciate you for that. So God bless you, Tito Gerry. I wish you the best and enjoy your day.
Gerry is the second child to Enrique and Maria Isada. As the eldest son, Gerry took his responsibility very seriously. When he was 18 years old, our daddy wrote him a letter in 1967, quote, implanting in your young mind that you are to grow as a Christian should be, in thoughts, words, and deeds. Gerry took that to heart and has since been living out being a true Christian in thoughts, words, and deeds. That is his commitment, one that he has fulfilled magnificently.
Ang ano ko lang sa iyo is your kindness, your thoughtfulness, and your support for the family, especially during the younger days of my life. You were always there for me. You helped me. You provide for the enrollment and everything for your support. Thank you so much. God bless.
Our daddy died at 68 years old, and Kuya Gerry truly lived out what my parents wished for him.
Kuya Jay, I just want to thank you for all the help that you've given us since we were young. Thank you for taking the place of Dad. Thank you for all the wonderful things that you've done to us. Now, I think now is our turn to take care of you. Maraming salamat.
Kuya Gerry deferred his dream to become a priest so that he could help out our family. In the 1970s through the mid-80s, he pursued his corporate career in tourism, where he succeeded beyond expectations. Gerry started out as a tour guide, a tour specialist, and successfully rose through the ranks to become a top executive of the Soriano conglomerate, one of the biggest conglomerates then in the Philippines, with 33 companies and 27,000 employees. It was during this period in his life that Gerry gallivanted all over the world, visiting more than 40 countries at company expense, and entertaining at the world's best restaurants, staying at 5-star hotels worldwide. In the late 80s and early 90s, Gerry worked in government, first with PAGCOR, then in 1991, he was appointed to the Philippine Tourism Authority by President Cory Aquino. PTA is the holding company for all government-owned tourism assets with 7,000 employees, and it disperses the Philippine travel tax collections worth hundreds of millions of pesos. Sometime in the late 1980s, Kuya Gerry tried to revisit his desire to enter the seminary. He was in his 40s then. He took retreats and courses in theology schools, but it seemed it was too late, and he was told that he was better off remaining a lay missionary. He then took a spiritual pilgrimage in Medjugorje with our mom and 2 sisters, Malu and Jojo, and brother-in-law Al. In 1992, Gerry immigrated to America to try out a different kind of life. From being a high-level corporate executive and government official, he took on entry-level jobs as a front desk clerk at Sheraton Hotel in Los Angeles, a reservations agent at Princess Cruises, an Amtrak train attendant, a department store clerk at Dillard's in St. Louis, Missouri, and as casino rewards and slot attendant at Casino Royale in Las Vegas. This certainly was a new and humbling experience for him. For the next 20 years, Gerry shuttled back and forth between the Philippines and America. He worked in America, living in Los Angeles, Missouri, and Las Vegas. He did tourism consultancy in the Philippines, like in Pearl Farm, Amanpulo, El Nido, Matinloc, and the Rizal province. He started a business in the Philippines with friends called NJC Tours, and he even took a management course at UCLA thanks to his friend Manny Jangha. Through all these, Gerry again put his life on hold for a while to take care of family. This time for 4 months, in the late 1990s, he took care of our eldest sister Ate Malu when she was sick with cancer until the day she passed. Throughout the years, Gerry also deferred any worldly desires in serious romantic relationships so that he could focus on his career and the family. Kuya Gerry never married. He had girlfriends, very pretty ones I recall, but he always put the family first and wanted to make sure that all of us, his siblings, are well situated first. By the time everyone in the family was settled, it was kinda too late. Too late for the priesthood, too late for marriage. For Kuya Gerry, however, nothing is too late because to him, everything happens in God's perfect time. You may think that everything is too late, but when God moves, He will put all the pieces back together. It's going to be perfect and beautiful. That is his belief, and he has lived his life at his own pace. Kuya Gerry has shown us that his pace works. He may not have accumulated millions, but surely he has fulfilled God's plan for his life. Kuya Gerry, you've been God's powerful instrument in transforming the world in some sense through people whose lives you've touched. You have already made a difference in the lives of many.
Gerry gave me my first exposure to the tourism industry. In the 1980s or late 70s, Gerry was the general manager of Tour Specialists, a subsidiary of the Soriano Group. I was a senior executive at head office who was assigned to supervise or oversee the operations of several subsidiaries, one of which was Tour Specialists. At Tour Specialists, Gerry introduced me to the workings of the tourism industry. It was then a fast-growing industry as the Japanese were coming in. Gerry taught me that the way to make money here was with little capital, was through general sales agencies. So he started another subsidiary called Hanscore Tourism Development Corporation. This exposure that Gerry was kind enough to facilitate for me helped me a lot 30 years later when I became Secretary of the Department of Tourism. Fast forward to today, Gerry still organizes quarterly luncheon meetings of the alumni under my administration of the Department of Tourism. Although Gerry himself did not join me in my short stint there, he is still very much involved in getting the boys and girls together for quarterly lunches. One of Gerry's most endearing qualities is his thoughtfulness. Every time he sees you, he has a little gift for you. It may not be very expensive, but it's really, I guess as they say, the thought that counts. I had nothing to give him in return. You see, Gerry is a very kind soul. And that may also be one of his weaknesses, that he is too kind to people. But, you know, the world needs people like Gerry.
Salamat, Gerry, for introducing me to ACIL. And it was through ACIL that I met my wife, Blee. And she has been a big blessing to my life and to other people. So maraming salamat, Gerry. Indirectly, my happy life is due to our friendship.
My name is Ray Cruz. I am a faculty member here at the UP Asian Institute of Tourism. I am a former student of Sir Gerry Isada when he taught tourism planning and development, also here at UPAIT. I remember him to be one of the most competent and conscientious faculty members that we ever had. I am honored to be considered by him as his friend, and I thank him and the family for inviting me to his party. So, Sir Gerry, happy 75th birthday. I hope you will have many more years of a healthy and happy life.